and I didn't have anything to defend myself, so I grabbed the gun and I pulled it back.
Little girl partially disarmed the guy. A gunman opened fire in and out, killing 2 and wounding several. But one armed citizen stepped in and helped save lives. Today we're gonna break down what happened, what the law says about protecting yourself and others, and why Poverty Operator deserves to be called a hero. Let's get into the footage. Viewer discretion is advised, as some of this footage can be disturbing to others and is for educational purposes only.
He's the man seen in this video, returning fire as a gunman carried out a shooting rampage outside an In-N-Out restaurant in Twin Falls, Idaho.
Everybody's running.
Why are we shooting
35-year-old
up
Jordan
In-N-Out?
Salinas tells the Idaho Statesman
to
he had
Whataburger.
just pulled into the parking lot when he heard gunfire. He says he drew his semi-automatic pistol and saw the...
Bro, look at him! So many people are talking shit that he has a suppressor. Okay, remove this suppressor. Exactly, who gives a fuck, buddy?
And saw the suspect lift a rifle to his shoulder and fire toward cars.
What a piece of shit, dude.
That's when Salinas began firing. Police say an off-duty policeman at the scene also returned fire.
These people are true heroes in our community, and their actions diverted the shooter and no doubt saved many lives.
I applaud his
Police say
actions.
The shooter,
That's a
identified
piece
as
of shit.
24-year-old Williams, killed 3 people and injured 7 others before taking...
That is fucking crazy. What is my number 2 rule? Lacking is a personal problem. I'm aware of how dumb human beings are, how easily violent human beings can become, how no one's coming to save me.
Lindsay Tangai heard the
Oh
shot.
my God, there's so
It
many
was just
people.
mass chaos. The attention was everybody running from in and out.
She found several victims, including her friend Terry Dudley, a taxi driver who was shot in his car.
Bro, what the fuck? This is irritating.
Including her friend Terry Dudley, a
looking for
taxi
me?
driver who was shot in his car.
And so I walked over and Terry was in his front seat, still conscious at the moment, but not really able to communicate.
That In-N-Out opened just days ago, drawing massive crowds. The company says one of its employees is among the dead, saying the shooter took the precious lives of our associate and customers, innocent people who never saw it coming.
You just popped the trunk at In-N-Out? In-N-Out of all fucking places?
Police say the gunman killed himself, but his motive for carrying out this deadly attack remains a mystery tonight. Carlos Aceto joining us
So
live.
3 people died, including the gunman. 2 people died that we care about. Let's be very clear.
Once on the roundabout, you heard everybody running, screaming. Shooter, active shooter.
Witnesses describing coming face to face with the shooter.
As I was running, I faced the shooter head on and he pointed the gun at me, and I ducked behind a white car just to have some sort of coverage. I saw a pistol on a gun case. I'm guessing that was his, and I didn't have anything to defend myself, so I grabbed the gun and I pulled it back. It was jammed, so
Pause? Little girl partially disarmed the guy? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, she saved hella lives, bro.
it was jammed, so I just felt helpless.
She
Video
knew what to
appears to
do. Hey, to anybody in this situation, you're gonna release the magazine. Wow. You're gonna just pull it back a few times. Just get it out. I don't even care how you do it. Then just put it back in, and then charge again, and then boop.
Video appears to show the suspected gunman, now identified as 24-year-old, carrying a long rifle as he walks up to a white car, opens the driver's side door, then moves to the trunk. Another video shows the same man firing multiple shots into a parked Tesla before walking away. Then we see another...
Bro, look at this guy. Hey, we gotta make him the cover of a video game. The best defense against evil men are good men skilled at violence.
We see another armed man engage with the suspect in self-defense.
Dude, look at him getting a
We can
cover.
confirm that there was an
or concealment.
state trooper and a citizen who actively engaged the suspect by returning gunfire towards him. We want to take a moment and commend the actions of the off-duty officer and the citizen in their heroic action to stop this incident. We believe their actions helped drive the suspect away from the scene, preventing further casualties.
Wow.
Officials say 3 people were killed. 7 others were injured in the attack. The suspected
That's
gunman,
crazy.
Williams, died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The shooting happened in one of the busiest...
A lot of people, too, by the way, if you're one of those people like, oh, bro, he had the opportunity and he fucking missed. Literally, shut the fuck up. Coming from personal experience, have I been in gunfights? Yes. Have I engaged the enemy? Yes. Had I trained for it? Yes. Was I prepared the first time? Fuck no, bro. I was shaky. It was like I never trained a day in my life. Bro had to do it in the worst environment ever. And the crazy thing is, like, we're going to get into it here in a minute. A lot of people are talking about his YouTube channel, so we got to check that out. But bro literally trained for this. Look at this fucking cowboy right here, man. Let's go, buddy. How many rounds did he send? Hey, he fired and then got off X. Guys, it's somewhat very... Oh, is that the bad guy's car too? So he came at him from the ass. Let's go.
And even placed blame on a wrong person altogether. Authorities wanted to clear up that.
Oh, see, that's the good guy.
They did reveal that an off-duty state trooper and a citizen did return fire at the suspect, and that their heroic actions
he's got to be careful.
helped divert him away from the scene.
Okay, they're aware. Bro has balls of tungsten. Absolutely, bro. Oh my gosh. You could have balls to do that. People will say they would stop an active shooter. No, you wouldn't. You're bitch made. No, you wouldn't. You'd be like, oh, if I would have known, I just didn't know because I had my gun on me. I feel like we got to kind of tap into what other people are saying before we do his interviews. Hegshot 8-7. Apparently, the civilian hero, he was shooting 5-7, which is a crazy round to carry.
Heroes wear capes. Some of them wear cowboy hats and walk around with suppressed 5.7x28 pistols. That's what we're going to talk about today. Now, this may sound like the setup of some Hollywood movie, but this actually is what played out at the latest In-N-Out shooting, where a cowardly attacker started taking the lives of innocent people.
Oh, that's 5.7, the MRD 5.7.
Was a bunch of innocent people that were unarmed. What he got in return is a guy with a cowboy hat and, oh yeah, by the way, a suppressed 5.7.
Shit got real for bro. Once bro realized it was going to be a fair fight, he said, I'm just going to kill myself. L. Remember, guys, always carry your emotional support weapon. If you guys are still watching and want to help support the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you want to help out the channel even more, go ahead and click the link in the description below to go and check out some merch. Emotional support weapon.
Considering what the 5.7x28 is, we're actually going to talk about why it might be a fantastic choice. Now, there's some caveats here that I've...
If you want a plate puncher... Okay, quick disclaimer. I do not recommend carrying 5.7. I feel like its killing power is somewhat minimal, but its penetration power is a lot.
Because a good guy with a gun stopped a bad one.
Yeah.
And most of the time, these situations...
It doesn't have enough news coverage, bro. It really doesn't.
If you appendix carry and you have a loaded gun pointed at your junk all the time. Now, you got a loaded gun on top of your junk.
Bro, how the fuck do you even do that?
In any scenario. We don't know where he pulled this gun out of. Did he have it on the outside of the waistband holster? Did he retrieve it from his car? I think I mentioned that earlier in the video. I have no idea.
Some reports say maybe oh my God. He really said, hawk him down.
Long enough where you can get, it looked like that guy got at least 2 shots off before the attacker knew where he was. Look, the element of surprise. As a good gun owner, you should be able to
I'm curious how close he was taking those shots.
While it's not going to be, you know, the best everyday carry, dude, it is awesome that he freaking had it. And it provides a real advantage.
It does provide a real advantage.
Because there's so many people that will say, oh, well.
In case you guys are wondering, one of my previous suppressed pistols, which I did carry, I just used to have this suppressor chilling in my car. And it was on my, smaller than this, it was on my Glock. And it's a great combo. Because I can fit it in my glove box, and I would just let it sit in there. But now I have a suppressed MCX, and then I have my CR920P that's always with me. There's real advantages to using suppressors. It's not fucking Temu shit. It's not for looks, even though it does look cool. But advantages in the fight. But now we have that suppressor on my PDW, which also is a pretty great truck gun. But since I already have 9mm on my pistol, I got 9mm and 300 blackout.
You don't necessarily know where those shots are coming from.
Absolutely, dude.
It doesn't make it whisper quiet like I already said. But why should a criminal have access to that when a gun owner can utilize the same advantage?
So true.
Yes, it has advantages.
Go check out his video. He's just kind of talking about the weapon system and all that stuff and like the pros and cons to it. We've got gun leather. Idaho In-N-Out shooter. What really happened and why you need to carry.
The shooter was stopped by 2 people. An off-duty Idaho State Trooper and an armed bystander returned fire, driving the bad guy from the scene before police arrived. The bystander, who is not being officially named by law enforcement as to the time of this recording, however, he is self-reporting he actually went on record at the Idaho Statesman and said, "My name is Jordan Salinas, and I'm the guy that stopped."
Shout out, Jordan!
His account, he stopped for lunch with his girlfriend before a planned horseback ride, which is super rad. Spend time with your loved ones.
Bro was a real-life cowboy.
Ran towards the sound of gunfire and returned fire with a suppressed FN-57 pistol.
Bro, imagine your girl, you take your girl to In-N-Out, and now you are of the utmost daddy material. Ladies, tell me that's not a turn on. It is for me.
All I have to say to that part is strong move on the gun. His background, he took up firearms training after a shooting incident in 2021. And this...
You live and you learn. He started training after an active shooter incident.
And this dude's actually a YouTuber. His YouTube handle is Poverty Operator. If we're going to make anyone famous in this situation...
Let me cut you off right there, cool guy. I feel as though I don't ask for a lot. Can we do something good for another person? I know you guys might not watch his videos. Some of you might not be into gun content. But can you go help a hero actually go and pursue their dreams? Can we just subscribe to this hero's channel, chat? I'll do it really quick too. And then we're actually going to check out his channel. Subscribe. All right. I've subscribed to Poverty Operator. We're about to check out these videos. First, we got to finish the other shit we were doing.
Some folks would call him a LARPer because he runs around in full kit. His kit choices are a little unique, I would say.
Bro,
from his
and you want to know what? I would too.
FS-2000 rifle and his
Holy
5.7 pistol.
Fucking shit, dude. Bro was making cursed builds for fun? This is the thing. I'm going to talk shit about this, but at least he like... Damn! It doesn't matter as long as you're training.
In my opinion, a LARPer is someone that wears full kit and pretends.
Oh, no, he's really out here training.
Or pretends to know what they're doing with a firearm. This dude's not a LARPer. He's a warrior. He heard gunshots. He saw people were in danger. And he ran towards the
Absolutely
sound of
a warrior. Warrior spirit, 100% through and through.
Now, this is why it's so important to actually carry your gun and have it with you. Because you don't get to pick the time or the place when carnage happens. That time and place is selected for you. And if your gun's not with you when the carnage unleashes, then you're just unprepared. At that point, you are not an asset, you are a liability to the situation. So 100%. Good on Jordan Salinas, and he should be celebrated, in my opinion.
For now, we can do his interviews, and then let's go ahead and check out his channel.
But investigators say two men, an off-duty state trooper, and this man, 35-year-old Jordan
Poverty
Salinas,
Operator, baby!
Back.
I peeked around the right-hand side of that sign.
Everyone quiet, a hero is speaking.
And that's where I saw the individual with his rifle pointed at the vehicles.
Authorities believe those heroic actions drove the shooter from the scene and likely saved lives.
He seemed unusually comfortable aiming that rifle at those cars. And then as soon as some rounds started coming at him, everything changed. Immediately, all that, all that bravado he had immediately crumbled.
And that hero civilian Jordan told me he had been preparing and training on how to respond to a potential mass shooting for 5 years now. But he says on top of his actions, dozens of other people also rushed in to help with first aid.
Bro,
all of that
a real stud, because he also gave credit to other people. That's so rare. He's like, I mean, I did what I could, but like, a lot of other people tried to help.
And the heroic actions from two people that likely saved many more.
Why isn't this on every news station? Because let me tell you, if we acknowledge the fact that a guy who legally carried a gun stopped a bad guy with a gun, it's going to promote people carrying guns. Do you want to know something else that's disgusting about the news lately? This story would also have more coverage if one of them were black. I will say that out loud. America, you have a fucking disgusting problem. And I'm an American, and we need to, like, acknowledge this bullshit.
It was like a switch, like, okay, green light.
He said it's real now.
Yeah, like, this is real, it's happening.
35-year-old Jordan Salinas tells
he had to make that decision.
Emily had just pulled into the parking lot when the shooting
My
began.
first gunfight ever. I started praying to God immediately, and I literally said, holy fuck, this is happening. And the fact that he was still able to, like, get out there, do his shit. Oh, man, that's amazing.
As soon as we pulled in, just a sea of people just flooding out of the building.
Yeah, we didn't know what was going on.
Girl, you can never leave him now.
Kitchen fire.
The biggest thing was just that he didn't know where I was when those
suppressor,
first shots
dude
broke at him. I mean, he he had no idea.
You had said he didn't like the bullets going both ways.
No, he seemed unusually comfortable aiming that rifle at those cars, and then as soon as some rounds started coming at him,
after all,
everything changed.
The investigators say that you probably saved a lot of lives.
Absolutely.
My goal was to try to help as many people get home as possible, you know, to be with their families, to be with their friends.
Bro, I got to give this guy money.
That was the entire goal.
Chad, we got to buy him a gun or something.
And Jordan emphasized you don't need a weapon.
Dude, you don't need a what? Hold on, Trevor, are you about to say something fucking stupid right now?
And Jordan emphasized you don't need a weapon to be helpful in a situation like this. While, of course, he and that state trooper helped drive the suspect away, we also know that he said dozens of people sprung into action to get people to safety and to help with first aid, plus all the actions of the first responders. All of that together helped get a lot more people home safely, guys.
That guy's got to be able to come 20 times a day. It's only fair. He is a hero. All right, let's check out what he's got. So this is Jordan's page. Transition supine rifle to pistol drill suppressed FN. Dude, do we need to get 5.7 now? We will get a new emotional support weapon, chat, if this video gets 500,000 views. Now, we will address the fact that he missed. Get over it. He missed and did more than you. Plain and simple. That's all it is, dude. Gyro's out here stopping active shooters. I love it. Getting comfortable with that 5.7, man. He has thermals. Bro has everything. Suppressed pistol is crazy. It's cool. Wait, was he exposed carrying the whole time? Bro, that holster is super fucking loose. All right, if Jordan reaches out, chat, we got to hook him up with a solid holster for his FN. I'll buy him one. Because that one's dog shit, bro. We got to get you right. What does the law say about defending others? Let's go ahead and break that down. There's a lot of aspects to this. Oh my God, they're going to be like, oh, since he trains and makes videos, he was wanting to kill him, which could be a thing.
Scenarios in which a person is lawfully allowed to use lethal force in self-defense.
Okay.
It is, one, you yourself are in imminent threat of death or serious bodily injury. But number two is that somebody else in your presence
of death or serious bodily injury. Are you an immediate threat of death and or serious bodily injury? Yes. I can see other dead bodies and a gunman flailing a gun around shooting. Someone else in your presence is an imminent threat of death or serious bodily injury. How do I know that? He sees him shooting into cars and he may have already seen bodies. Check and check.
Number three, if you're having a felony being committed upon your person. Or
murder,
number four,
yes.
A felony being committed inside your home. We are going to focus here, obviously, on number two.
All right. Well, long story short, he just checked all the boxes for that. In-N-Out owner unveils powerful God message after shooting. And the only thing people are going to say after the shooting, they're not going to acknowledge the shooting. They're going to be like, I'm so tired about people pressing about God. Are you a fucking idiot?
She said, we lost one of our beautiful associates tonight. In that part of the statement, she's referring to one of her staff members who was killed in this shooting. She went on to say she was taking care of our most important asset, our customers, and her life was taken by a disgusting human who doesn't value the lives of others or his own. Now, the statement went on from there, Raj, and this is the part we're going to respond to because this is important. Lindsay said, I'm no stranger to loss, but this is so incredibly tough. And my heart also goes out to all the associates and customers who were there during this traumatic event. I love you all, and I ask you to turn to God, not in anger, but seeking comfort and strength for those who are hurting.
Ooh,
Raj, that
powerful.
part of this statement, a moment when a lot of people are watching what she's going to say as a result of the owner of this company, and she brings up God and anger and comfort. What do you make of that?
I think the natural Christian reaction, maybe when I was younger, would have been to just say a bunch of things to encourage. But I think what she's saying here is actually wise, which is to step into the reality of the situation, right? In this world, you will have trouble. But take heart, for I have overcome the world. Jesus wept, but there is a resurrection coming. the natural feeling that those on the outside might say is, well, what's your prayer even doing? This is an empty, hollow thing. But the older I get and the more time I spend with Yeshua, I think it's quite the opposite.
Did they think bro was going to flip the script on her and be like, she's a piece of shit? What would you recommend for a female to get her concealed carry? Honestly, ladies, you have more than one option. You have a lot. Go into a gun store and ask to see all the different firearms. There's a lot out there. It just kind of depends on what feels good to you, what fits in your hands, and honestly, sometimes what can fit in your purse.